As you enter into the room and you've just come from outside, you're coming from the outer court and you're coming into the holy place, and you pass through this veil, this curtain that is there, and it takes a minute for your eyes to adjust, because you just came from bright sun, desert sun, bright shining sun, and now you're inside. If you've ever done that, from bright sunshine to going inside, all of a sudden everything looks really dark. And it takes a while for eyes to adjust to a new type of light. And this is something that's common when it comes to the spiritual life. As we go deeper, it almost feels so easy just to see things, to understand things, to know things. When we're in the outer court, when everything is based upon principles and precepts and what we know and what we've learned. But when we come into the place where we have to trust in revelation, it feels like we're a little bit disillusioned, like we're a little bit lost. It takes a while for us to adjust to this new way of seeing. And at first it's confusing and it's dark, but as our eyes adjust, we're struck with the beauty of what we're in. In this room, as your eyes begin to adjust, you look around and it looks like this beautiful golden honey is just swirling around. And you can recognize by the texture that it's smoke, but it looks like it's filled with light. And as you look a little bit further, you start to recognize why. Because the walls on both sides of this room are covered with panels of gold. 5 panels on each side that cover from the ceiling to the floor, 15 feet high. You've got 30 feet long, 15 feet wide, and this room exactly twice as long as it is wide. And this gold is there, and it's hitting the light that's coming from this menorah, this lampstand that's off to your left side. This light that's popping off, it's hitting the gold and it's bouncing back and forth, and the gold on the walls. And as it bounces back and forth, the cloud that comes from the incense that's being burnt, it hits all of this, the particles that are in the air, and it looks like golden light or golden honey. And it reminds you of the cloud of fire that you saw from outside above the top of the back of this sanctuary. It's the same thing. It's a picture of the glory of God. This room is full of gold. Everything in it is made of gold. You've got a table that is on your right-hand side that's short. It's about 3.5 feet long, 1.5 feet deep, and 1.5 feet tall. You've got this menorah that's probably 5 or 6 feet tall. We're not sure exactly the size of it, but we know exactly how much it weighs. And right in front of us, another golden table that's 3.5 feet tall, and it's 1.5 feet deep and 1.5 feet wide. Everything full of gold on both sides. The walls are gold, and then above you, you see this same curtain that you saw, that you went through, that's rich blues and rich reds and rich whites and rich purples and threads of gold that are woven through it. And there's the pattern of cherubim woven right into it. And in front of you, the veil that's in front of you is the same pattern with even more of the cherubim woven into it. And it takes you a minute to adjust to this glory, to adjust this beauty, and you realize that what you're feeling is more than just a physical atmosphere. It's a spiritual atmosphere, because you've come into a consecrated place, a place that has been set aside for His presence and His presence only. And it's in places like this that you can experience His presence in ways that is not so common in other places. And your heart begins to find that it feels at home, because it's only in His presence that you will ever truly feel at home, because you were created for this. You were created to be in the presence of God, and you found it in the Tabernacle of Moses.